everyone, I'm HD and today our topic is Stanley Parable. Well, if you don't know, Stanley Parable is a game that has different endings, and today's topic is the game's skip button ending. In this ending, we skip time to the end of the universe, but we don't know how much time really passed. So today, I will find it out. Before the video begins, let's do a little recap of the game and actions. Inside the game, we go through a door and we see a button. The narrator explains if the button is pressed, time will skip forward. The narrator says we should press the button out and start saying boring things to make us press the button. At the first press, narrator doesn't say anything about how much time has passed, so this press is not a good source for us. At the second press, narrator says the button's catch to us, which is the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. And then he says it has been 30 to 45 minutes. After that, he gets bored and says let's leave, but when we look back at the door we came from, we see nothing besides a wall. The door has been deleted and there's nothing else besides pressing the button. At the third press, the narrator says there has been 12 hours. He rambles about us pressing that button and he says there is no way out of this place. Well, narrator, the button looks handy and I see no reason why we shouldn't press it. Oh well, at the first press, the narrator gets excited to see someone again, cause it's been a week, a whole week, or perhaps two, he says. He lost count of time. Well, sorry narrator, but the answer should be found. At this press, he says he stopped counting after a year, which is not a good answer cause it could be a year or it could be whole 5 years, but I'll manage that, don't worry. At the next press, we hear no one. The narrator has been gone and everything has been darkened out, and there is nothing for us to do besides pressing the button again. At this press, there is still no narrator or anything memorable, but the clock near us has fallen and the fire alarm is set. Everything is still dark. At the 8th press, we finally hear from the narrator, but he doesn't talk to us. We only hear him angrily rumble about the button, and only thing that he says about time is forever and ever, which doesn't really add anything to our knowledge. At this press, narrator is gone again, and we hear a water spilling from somewhere to our room. We hear narrator again, but the only thing he says is he lost his mind through the time. At this press, we see our room spillage has gotten much more, but nothing else. At this press, we see that one side of our building has collapsed, and there's an eerie wind sound. At next press, we see light shining through the broken side of the building. Finally, we see something good, well, better at least. From those broken parts, there has been plants growing back and there's a good calming music at the background. Oh no, things are getting bad. All plants are dead and there's no light, and the mist is very scary. Let's get the F out of this place. There's a new broken part of the room that we can go through, and when we go there, we see a deserted place full of sand, and the ending finally happens, and this ending finishes. Wow, that was a scary yet sad experience. Let's find out how much time has passed. So our only known time frames are 30 to 45 minutes, 12 hours, a week or two, and a year or more. Let's get these numbers to the middle. Number between 30 and 45 is 37.5. So I will calculate the time according to 37.5 minutes. Net to 12 hours is 1820% increase. Now let's do a 12 hours to, you guessed it, 1.5 weeks, and that's a 2000% increase. Now the tricky part comes in. What is more than a year? As I said, it might be 5 years or it might be only 1 year and a few months. And right now I am going to take it as 1 year and 6 months. Basically 1.5 years. Because the narrator's voice makes me feel like that. And when we do the calculation, we find a number 5114.92% increase. Now, if we get the middle number between those two percentages, we get approximately 2978.31%. Now let's calculate how much time passes in all presses. First one is, as I said, unknown, probably a few minutes. Second one is, as the narrator says, 30 to 45 minutes. Third one is, as the narrator says, 1 or 2 weeks. And fourth one is more than 1 year, and we take this as 1.5 years. So at the rest of the presses, we are going to create the numbers ourselves. So if we add 1.5 years, 2,978.31% increase, we get 44 years and 8 months. At the 6th press, we get 16,029 years. At 7th press, we get 494.1489 millennia, which is 1,000 years. At 8th press, we get 15,209 millennia. At 9th press, we get 0.468810529 eons, which is a little tricky to understand, but let me explain to you. 1 eon is 1 billion years. To some of the presses, we are going to use eons because time is getting ridiculously high. At 10th press, it has been 14.4262617574 eons. At 11th press, it has been 444.7995046813 eons. At 12th press, it has been 13,798.78959175 eons. At 13th press, it has been 411,158.1938 eons. This is roughly like that. There is a lot more percentage, but I'm going to cut that out because it's going to make the math way harder. At 14th press, it has been 1.26668033769 cosmological decade, which was a word that I didn't know, so I had to look it up, and its description is: a cosmological decade represents a factor of increase in time, where each successive decade represents 10 times the duration of the previous one. So like, that was the explanation. I didn't really know anything about that, but as the calculation, eons are like very little numbers, so we are going to use cosmological grade from now on. At 15th press, it has been 39.0166588593 cosmological decades. At 16th press, it has been 1201.7367349136 cosmological decades. And finally, at 17th press, it has been 36,986.9350774136 cosmological decades. Now you may say what this number means and how many years has passed. So now let me read it to you. 369 sextillion, 869 quintillion, 350 quadrillion, 774 trillion, 136 billion. And so with that, my name is HD, and thanks for watching this video. See ya.